So, and with that, I am going to quit while I'm ahead and introduce our next act, who is wanted in 3 different countries and was banned twice at Blockbuster Video for not rewinding the tapes. George Overington!
Not rewinding the tapes, how old do you think I am? So I've been doing stand-up for a bit. I started back in March, I think it was, and I've still been going, just doing open mics where I can. And people, even now, still ask me how I have the bravery to come up on stage and not get stage fright. But to be honest, I had to drive from Bognor to get here today in the pitch black in this weather. If I can do something like that and not shit myself, I can get up here and tell not very good jokes in front of less than 10 people. So yeah, I think that's all good. And also, just to show how confident I am, I'm also going to show up our beloved MC by improving on a joke he had with a better punchline. When you go swimming with dolphins, how can you not look at their blowhole like Sharon Stone's vagina in Basic Instinct? You'll have the permission to use that one in the future, man. Also, before I came here, I made sure to go to Five Guys to have some dinner, so I'm all full up on funny fuel. But in this particular place, you have to be careful on the wording of that, because in Brighton, if you said, I had 5 guys, it takes on a much different context, doesn't it? Yes. And I had them all with peanut oil as well. So I got caught out for being an accidental pervert this morning, which is very rare for me. Normally I'm caught out being an intentional pervert. But basically I was on my way to work, and I was walking behind a girl who was wearing a hoodie that on the back it said, "Sweet dreams are made of this," with an arrow pointing down to her ass. And so I was looking at that, and then I sneezed, and she turned round and caught me looking. And it's like, "Are you looking at my ass?" "No, I swear I'm not. I was looking at your hoodie." "No, you are. You were looking at my ass." Well, as a general rule, I only look at things that I think are worth looking at. So no, I wasn't looking at your ass. Thank you. Also, this morning I found out about a new stylist in my local area called HD Barbers, or HD Hair rather, which I think is a good way of summing up my hair. It's at such high quality you can't see it unless you're looking at it through a certain screen. Look, through a Samsung I look like a British Jesus. Which is fitting because my birthday is 4 days before Christmas. So, speaking of work, I just quit my job at HeadphonesUK in Bognor this morning, so thank you. It's like anybody who's worked at a charity shop knows that it is absolute hell working there. I mean, they really take the piss in terms of the kind of stuff they think they can get away with donating. It's like just the other week I was going through a bag of donated items and I found an old pair of knickers in there. And it's just a situation of, yeah, it's like, if you ever think of that, no, you cannot give away old pants or pyjama bottoms. Basically, anything that your ball bag has touched, you can't resell. You can wash them all you want, but those crabs aren't going anywhere. And I think in saying they take the piss, in one case it was almost quite literal, because I think, if I remember correctly, one woman outright tried to give her one of her old catheter bags away that she hadn't emptied yet. It's alright though, I emptied it into a glass and told my boss I'd done some apple juice for him. Didn't work though, although in fairness I think I was pretty much scuppered, because the colour it was, I probably should have said it was Vimto. There's the noise I want to hear. But it's also not a very nice working experience in general. I mean, particularly because on the second day I was working there, I had to do something I hadn't had to do in years, which was have a shit at work. Which is never a nice experience, especially because the toilet there was horrendously awful. I mean, if you think the ones I hear about, that one was like no central heating, it was not very well furnished, the toilet paper was that really cheap stuff that you got at schools that burns your ass. And I just think to myself, because my boss was very overbearing, both figuratively and literally. He was like a foot taller than me, and I'm already 6 foot, so that's already an impressive height. And when I think to myself, it's like I'm sitting in a very cold toilet, shitting into a bucket, with a big man outside yelling at me to get back to work, and I'm thinking, so this is what it would have been like if I'd gone to jail. Which, to be fair, considering all the messed up stuff I've masturbated to over the years, I'm probably not that far off from actually going there. Although, in fairness, it was probably time to leave that job, if only just because I think after a while the boss would have probably asked me where all the old knickers and bras were going that we had donated. So, just a bit of advice before I leave, guys. If you do ever use a bra as a masturbation toy, do not use the ones that have the foam supportive cups in it, because it's like trying to wrap a Tupperware lid around your cock. And I know from experience that that is not easy, but it does keep you nice and fresh. You've been fantastic. Thank you very much.